I've had a few guys DM me and genuinely ask me questions, which is wonderful. And, you know, ask me, what do I think about this dude? And what do I think about that dude? And, you know, and here's my answer to all of it. If somebody's running a business, then all the power to them. My opinion means nothing. Because I run my business differently than they run their business, doesn't mean that I'm right and they're wrong. Like, there are 8 billion variables in running a business. And you, as the proprietor of that business, get to decide which variables are important and which ones have no meaning. And then you get to build your business as customized as you want. Look at I'm not picking on him, but look at John Thompson and his new fluorescent logo with the dogs. I haven't asked him, and it doesn't matter, but that's like, it certainly sticks out. And is that what you're going for? Then you win. What business is it of mine, of how he runs it? I'm going to be critical of that? That's not what I would do. As you can see, we've gone to try and be big and bold and use a boar's head because we have some Scottish ancestry, blah, 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 blah. It has meaning to me, and it's different than anything else in my environment. And I suspect John's reasons for doing that are similar. So I'm not going to be critical of any man or woman that's running a business. If you watched any of this, my critiques come from the people that aren't, that think they're building a business on IG. That Replum guy is like, dude, I'm building, my brand is IG. I'm like, no, it's not. It is not. And you can disagree with that, but you, like that, you're disagreeing with the facts. Read the fine print. You don't own it. You own none of it. You are giving that to that software platform, which is what I'm doing every time I post on here. Now, I don't know if YouTube's any different. It might be. I don't do much. I've started just the reason people are like, oh, you're not monetizing your YouTube. I'm like, I'm not. The only reason I'm putting this stuff on YouTube is because I've been canceled twice. There was Baker 1 and Baker 2, and now there's 3.0. And so if they shut it down tomorrow, at least all those videos don't evaporate into thin air. That's why they're going on YouTube. I'm not trying to monetize anything at all. So, like I said in my little story there yesterday, if you have the influencer mindset, then everything's a side hustle. And it's just nauseating. Because this isn't a side hustle for me. I'm not trying to make it a side hustle. I'm simply explaining my point of view. And it pisses a lot of people off. The problem with being, you know, a top-notch influencer, and if you have a private conversation with some of the big boys, they'll admit it to you, because they've admitted it to me, that they can't say whatever they want. And you have to be careful about what you say, or you'll either get demonetized or you'll get canceled altogether. And that's the beauty of my position, is I'm not beholden to any of it. They could cancel me tomorrow or today, and tomorrow I would start Baker 4.0, and nothing would change. I'd post the same stuff, I'd say the same stuff, and then 5, 6, who knows. I have said I'll go to 12. If I hit 12 and I get canceled there, I'm not sure it's good luck to be Baker 13. But if you're going to be a content creator, then you have to say things and do things that you don't particularly believe. Like, you're not able to speak your mind freely like you would in a private conversation. I promise you, if we were sitting, you know, in at a table in a restaurant or in a diner and having a conversation, my opinions would be the same. I wouldn't change them. And you can't do that because you're trying to get the algorithm to like you. And because you're beholden to whoever's sponsoring you. And because you're sponsored, you can't truly be who you are. You just can't. You can say that. You can say whatever you want, but I don't believe you because I know how this works. And so you can't, you're not creating anything on this platform. You're providing some information. You're advertising for your sponsors is what you're doing. You're just they're simply using you to promote their products. And if you go down tomorrow, then you're out. And they'll find somebody else. How do I know this? Because people have made fun of it. I am still on the PHC Pros website. Oh, my picture's there. And when I had Baker 2.0, they came to me and said, "Hey, we want to use your likeness, all the rest of that stuff." And I actually signed a contract. And they said they were going to sign me up with a bunch of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And they were going to represent me as an agent. And about a month and a half later, I got canceled. And they reached out to me. They found me again and reached out and said, "What happened?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I literally don't know. I got canceled." I'm like, "Well, we'll reevaluate our position with you and let you know if we can move forward." And I haven't had a word since. You know why? Because they won't invest in me, and I don't blame them because I'm not advertisable. I can advertise myself, but they don't want me advertising anybody else's products. So you gotta understand. I'm literally telling you how this goes down, and you're welcome to bucket all you want. Say, "No, you're wrong. You're an old, grumpy man," which is hilarious. That's your criticism of me, as I'm old? All right, well, I'm older than you, which means, you know, I'm farther down the road than you, which means I got a lot of experience under my belt, along with a couple extra pounds. And so I know how things work because I've lived those things. It's not, I haven't read about it or whatever. I've lived it. I know how this works. So just because you had one successful year or a couple of successful years monetizing yourself, there's always a new kid in town, man. There's always a new shtick. There's always somebody else that has a different angle. I mean, you're going to lose your spot. I'm telling you, it'll happen. And then what are you going to do? You're going to scramble to get back into your apprenticeship? You're going to scramble to, how am I going to make money now? I actually have to go to work? I don't know, it's strange to me. Anyway, so I will never be critical of people that run businesses because it's a difficult thing to do. And you pour your entire being into that to try and breathe life into it and keep it alive, keep the government off your back, and, you know, keep your customers happy and keep your employees happy. It's just, it's a serious thing. And so these guys that are employees that are out there, you know, giving their advice, I'm like, dude, you don't know shit. And then the vitriol comes. Ah! Yep. Anyway, I encourage you to run your business. I encourage you to chase your dreams. Do this on IG. I don't have any problem with it. I'm just telling you how this is going to end. That's all I'm doing. This is where this ends. It may not end here. It's going to end over here. And you're going to go, that old Baker guy was right. Damn it. Now what? And I'll be here to talk you through it. And I won't even be mean about it. So, good luck. I wish you well. As usual, those are my thoughts, not yours. Send me your hate. Send me your nasty comments. Call me all your names. I'm coming back tomorrow.